What is Bitcoin? A cryptocurrency, such as Bitcoin, BTC, eliminates the need for third parties to be involved in financial transactions by acting as money and a means of payment independent of any one person, group, or entity. It is a cryptocurrency that can be purchased on several exchanges and is paid out to blockchain miners in exchange for their efforts in verifying transactions. An unidentified developer or group of developers going by the name Satoshi Nakamoto released Bitcoin to the general public in 2009. 1. Cointelegraph. Who is the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin? It is now the cryptocurrency with the greatest global recognition. Numerous other cryptocurrencies have been created in response to its popularity. These rivals either try to supplant it as a payment system or are employed as utility or security tokens in other blockchains and cutting-edge financial technologies. Find out more about the original cryptocurrency, including its origin story, workings, where to obtain it, and applications. Key lessons. By market capitalization, Bitcoin, which was introduced in 2009, is the biggest cryptocurrency ever. Bitcoin is created, distributed, traded, and stored using a decentralized ledger system called a blockchain, in contrast to fiat money. Proof of work, POW, consensus, which is also the mining process that adds new Bitcoins to the system, protects Bitcoin and its ledger. A number of cryptocurrency exchanges allow for the purchase of Bitcoin. The history of Bitcoin as a store of value has been tumultuous. Over the course of its relatively brief existence, it has experienced numerous boom and bust cycles. A number of other cryptocurrencies have followed in the footsteps of Bitcoin, the first decentralized virtual currency to achieve widespread acceptance and success. Recognizing Bitcoin. The .org domain name for Bitcoin was purchased in August 2008. At least as of right now, this domain is WhoisGov protected, which means that the person who registered it can't be found out. 2. Announcing a new electronic cash system that is fully peer-to-peer and lacks a trusted third party on the cryptography mailing list at metsdow.com in October 2008 was a person or group going by the fictitious name Satoshi Nakamoto. This now famous white paper, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, which was published on bitcoin.org, would go on to become the Magna Carta for how Bitcoin functions today. 3. On Jan. Block 0 was the first block of Bitcoin to be mined on March 3, 2009. This is also referred to as the Genesis block, and contains the text, "The Times, the 3rd of January 2009, Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks," which may serve as both relevant political commentary and as evidence that the block was mined on or after that date. 4. Every 210,000 blocks, the rewards for Bitcoin are halved. The block reward, for instance, in 2009 was 50 brand new Bitcoins. The third halving took place on May 11, 2020. Reducing the reward for finding a block to 625 Bitcoins. 5. The smallest unit of a Bitcoin, known as a Satoshi, is divisible by 100 millionth of a Bitcoin to 8 decimal places. Bitcoin may eventually be made divisible to even more decimal places, if necessary and if the participating miners accept the change. It's not too difficult to comprehend Bitcoin as a form of digital currency. For instance, if you have a Bitcoin, you can send smaller amounts of that Bitcoin to pay for goods or services using your cryptocurrency wallet. When you attempt to understand how it operates, though, it becomes incredibly complicated. On January 8, 2009, the cryptography mailing list received a message announcing the release of the first version of the Bitcoin software. Block 1 was mined on September 9, 2009, and Bitcoin mining got underway. The blockchain technology behind Bitcoin. A blockchain and the network needed to power it both include cryptocurrency. A distributed ledger, or blockchain, is a common database that houses data. Encryption techniques are used to protect data inside the blockchain. When a transaction occurs on the blockchain, data from the prior block is copied to the new block with the new data, encrypted, and the transaction is verified by validators, also known as miners, in the network. A new block is created and given as a reward to the miners who verified the data in the block after a transaction has been confirmed, and they are then free to use, hold, or sell the new Bitcoin. The information contained in the blocks on the blockchain is encrypted by Bitcoin using the SHA-256 hashing algorithm. Simply put, a 256-bit hexadecimal number is used to encrypt transaction data that is stored in a block. All of the transactional details and data associated with the blocks that came before that block are contained in that number. The ledger is known as a blockchain because of the data that links its blocks together. A queue of transactions is created for network miners to validate. In the Bitcoin blockchain network, multiple miners simultaneously attempt to verify the same transaction. In order to solve the nonce, a 4-byte number contained in the block header that miners are attempting to solve, mining software and hardware cooperate. The block header is repeatedly hashed, or randomly generated, by miners, until it reaches a target value set by the blockchain. A new block is created in order to encrypt and verify additional transactions after the block header has been solved.